Hello everyone. Welcome in. I'll be doing a few things, not very much tonight, because I kind of want to do other things as well. But at least I will get to do the event and maybe a little bit of leveling, and then I'm thinking of calling it for the night. So let's get going, so we have enough time to do stuff. I'm gonna start on actually going Sophie. I was thinking of doing a few things on her, and yeah, I'm gonna be leveling just a little bit, and also doing the event, so everyone can see what the event looks like. But yes, I'm also in a chat with JGH Star, so he's playing a different game entirely right now. So I decided um to just hang around with him until I feel like um feel like getting off here. So yeah. Yes, I started the stream.
Oh.
Wait, you're not gonna say hi to everyone? Even though there's no one here.
Yes, hello.
So yes, I will just play a little bit. Right now I'm gonna do the event and then probably level maybe a little bit on Sophie. So and that's as far as I'll go. I just need to wait to get in. So how's the game going? Did you figure out everything?
The game's going
Okay.
somewhat okay.
Oh.
I have it to where I'm at the location. I have it to where I know what I need to go after. Problem is, of course, as always, there's things that get in the way.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, oh, you got your targets you need to go after. Oh, we'll have this like level 7 thing that'll all of a sudden get aggroed if you try to pull anything else.
Jeez.
Which is why things have been like super slow with getting this quest done. Because I've been trying to carefully choose my targets so I don't pull anything else.
Yeah, so you don't end up getting killed.
Yep.
right now on 14 they have a thing going on where if you're trying to make an FC or have an FC that you want to recruit people with, they have a thing where you can get like certain items if you're the owner of the FC itself, and also you get a bunch of fireworks for your companions in your FC. So apparently that was a big thing for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah. Find my cat.
Of course, the safest pull that I get, and it has nothing on it. That's nice.
Aww.
I'm at 7 out of 8. Come on, game.
What the heck? Novice network, please. Apparently, in order to have the ear wiggle joy emote, which is only done by Mikodes, by the way, they call it an arthritis cat. I'm like, what? What the heck?
Arthritis cat.
Like, what? Oh, I do have a quest that's turn. I'll turn that in really quick.
Okay, good. That's done. Now I can make my way out of here. Just stick to the pathway. Oh, guess I think I need a tool for that. Which I need to remember
So,
what skinning is good for.
so apparently their answer to why they call it that, catboys have messed up hands when idle. And technically all they're doing is making it to where they have look like claws. You know, like they hold their hands like that for some reason. That was their reasoning for saying that.
It was because basically what they're saying is the hands are in the rheumatoid position where they're locked. Yeah. Try to see if I can get some more of these quests done. See if I can get a couple of levels in.
Yeah, I'll be there in a bit after, like I said, doing a little leveling and this. pursuit of excellence. Hatching time is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you an excellent fettle. For my part, Sophie, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatchingtide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when the 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited in such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, bore aloft into the heavens. Making dreams manifest have never failed to lend wonder to Hatchingtide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh, Jelly, it's a disaster! The car toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though, to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is. I must see to the schedule alterations myself. But wait, Sophie, perhaps you'll be willing to lend a hand? Sophie, how wonderful to see you again. Knowing what an exemplary assistant you are gives me cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Of course. Thank you! The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He was a burly fellow, so don't be difficult to spot. Or he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. So what level are you?
5.
5. Still? I thought you'd be level by now. I guess not.
Nope.
Dang.
Because apparently resting didn't count.
Resting didn't count for leveling. Get it. You don't need to have it.
Didn't
leveling.
count for turning the part into a blue bar, so that way it would increase the amount of experience I would gain.
No, it doesn't have that. Fortunately, it's not like this game.
Well, apparently, according to the display tips, it is.
Oh. I guess it doesn't do as much extra experience.
Where is auto run?
I don't remember what auto run is on that game. I haven't played in forever. Let me see. Okay, by default it's supposed to be set to the number lock.
Hmm. Well, that's good to know.
At least that's what it says.
Something I don't have.
You can also change it, I'm sure. Probably in the options menu.
I can need to find the keybind for it. Toggle auto run.
I think I even changed it when I played.
What in the world is mouse button 4?
That's for like, the mice that have like all those buttons on the side of them. That's what they use it for, is different
Oh
things
yeah.
like that. They can click on them. But I don't have that. I don't have 4. I only have 2 buttons right now.
Let's see,
So,
is R assigned to anything? Chat reply. Okay. What about F?
I think I still no, I didn't set it to that. That was TeamSpeak. Auto run. Is there
Oh,
anything on the
assist
R?
target function is now inbound.
Is there anything on the R button?
Yes, that's chat reply.
Okay. Maybe you could change it from chat reply. That's what I would think would be a good run one, is R. But I could, I don't know. If
No
you can
worries,
do it, that is.
assist.
I don't know if you can.
Okay. Okay, return R. There we go.
You see me? Ah, you're the dreamer who was here before, ain't ye? Right old mess to be sure. Right, I'm all out of supplies you need, though. Oh, is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some deadly odds and ends, or surplus wares, that might be all use if you want them. They're all yours. Might not be exactly what you need, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees weren't eaten into my proof. I mean, I'd rather see them put to good use. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see, the leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. Hmm. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Hmm. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jahili saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols! The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Uh, shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that? Anyway, we should paint them. That's the one I'll go with. You're right. With some festive patterns on their outer canopy and convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make a worthy replacement. Parasols are slightly more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Unfortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at any requests for parasol parts than rush over to myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Leatherworkers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for the canopy. leatherworking guild. Going to the leatherworking guild. Alright.
Absolute hell. Nothing about this.
I don't know. Does it say anything?
Objective of this quest. I last saw him striding around to the north of here.
Oh.
To the north. Is that like literally meaning to the north as in the compass of the mini-map?
Probably. That's my guess, but I could be wrong. Ah, but is it Sophie? You must be an adventure assistant Nonota spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work with your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant and to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is low at the moment. If it's one repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see it to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenter's Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up at the Black Rabbit Trader's stall anon. So you figured the right way yet? Yeah. Or are you still lost?
Well, I found the right way, but of course there's a stone-tailed scorpion in my fucking way. Just trying to get this done.
Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak! We have timber you need to make into parasol sticks. And you would like us have us undertake this task with how little time left until hatching tide? Very well. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. Okay.
Disappeared. Am I gonna have to literally fight this thing?
Is there any way around it? Like, do you have, there is a pass blocked by that thing?
The DV500 is the thing that I need to get the item from.
Okay.
There is no blocked path in the area that I'm at. I just noticed that the DV500 disappeared.
Okay. Well, if it disappeared, I don't know when it will reappear. Like I said,
If it disappeared, then it must be somewhere to where I can fight it.
Yeah. not sure. Does it say in your journal thing or the quest log itself?
The only description that it has of it is it's to the north of here. It doesn't say anything. It says it's striding about, so I guess it is
Maybe
alive.
maybe try just wandering around the northern area, like as far as you can go. Maybe. Just hopefully not run into anything. You don't have to go straight, like you can go around the place. Maybe it is around north somewhere, but maybe it's not directly north.
I found the corpse, so I know where it is.
Okay. Hmm.
The thing that I don't know is if I'm gonna have to fight it.
Okay. I don't know either. Oh, I'm gonna BRB really quick. Bathroom break.
Okie doke. Alrighty. Of course. I'll just need to get out of here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order to the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. Next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jilly once I'm finished, so you can go ahead and wait with her. There's actually someone named La Habrea. Oh no! Welcome back, Sophie. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate the little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? Well, you see, there's no more eggs. Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea! I can hardly wait to see what Nonota cooks up for the prototype. Though, wait, we'll must. Excellent. Exceeding expectations, yes. Nonota will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. Kinda cute, but not the best thing in the world. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. Or excellent. Haha. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more and distribute. In the meantime, we'll find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let the Nona outstrip us of hatching tide spirit. But there must be more we can do. Let's show up the parasol to the townsfolk. That's what I say. But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You can use your adventurer's instincts to identify those most in need of eggs-themed accessories. The market is always busy. Let's look for potential celebrants there. She'll follow you along. And you can talk to her there. Alright. are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Norita worked her magic to create the final product. Talk to peoples. Hey, Crusader. Nothing. I say, man, you must tell me where I might acquire a replacement parasol like unto your own. At our hatching time event, of course. How about it? Will you join us in the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing a void perfection. And this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. Such egginess. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight! It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This must be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. May I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, and the Black Rabbit Traders and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Excellent. Have you found it yet?
Found what?
What you were looking for, that mechanical thing that was walking around or whatever?
That was what I had previously mentioned. I had gotten that. That quest is done.
Okay. Yay! I passed the first one. This was a tough one. Oh no! There they are. Forgot they were right out here.
The next quest that I'm gonna have to do is just too much for me to just pull on my own.
Okay, I have a question. What other classes can you pick from in doing the goblins other than hunter? Remember, like what classes there were for that race?
Hunter, mage, rogue, warlock, warrior.
Okay, that'll make it easy. Yeah, I'm almost done with this quest. Once I get done, I think I'll just jump off of here and go over there. So, and try to help out. I'll be a warrior. I'll go run up
I would
to
really just
shit.
like. God, I would just really just like to get the quest done and all that and get leveled up enough to where I wouldn't be so much of a drag. But no, apparently the game has to throw in like higher level shit to where I just end up dead if I even try.
Can't go around them? Or are they just possible to go around?
Once you aggro, you're done.
You can't run away?
You can run away, but you're still gonna get hit.
True. Well, I'll try to do something about it. Heavens above! Is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us in the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years I've searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburns and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge. 'Tis a hatching tide miracle. I expect those three will tend all the sundry about the parasols. Our work here is done. Alright, I'm just gonna finish up the quest. I've gotten to talk to everyone. This long quest of talking about a wonderful parasol that we just made. Here we go. It's like a giant egg with a chocobo on top. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. Shall I go see how many attendees are gathered in the amphitheater? Feel free to join us when you have the moment. Okay. Join in a moment. So perfect to have the hatching bunny hopping along next to me. For the Easter event.
Yeah.
Wing, wing, wing. I love that minion. So cute. Look, Sophie, isn't it sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Look at them all. So many. Eggs held aloft just as in my dream. Hooray! We did it, Dilly! Certainly did. Shall we offer to declare this hatching tide a success? Or officially? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. Or you have to see the half of it. Grabs a woman. Yes, I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about the parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out a stock of those who came inquiring. With how many left in my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible! To think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jilly, there's one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right! I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen from far and wide. That's our original plan, met with misfortune with a blessing in disguise. But we've touched the hearts of more people than I've dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Noda told me how to assemble them, so I prepared as many as necessary. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Noda? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me. I have something for you, Sophie. That's the very
very second parasol I ever made, after Julie's, of course. I thought it fitting that you'd receive it. With the eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Sophie, but hatching tide most certainly hasn't.
All those egg parasols. I don't have an egg parasol, that's why I feel like I have to get this. Right, I was doing a few things. Okay, well, now I have a parasol. Well, I now have the parasol, so hooray!
Huzzah!
At least on Sophie anyway, so I'll get it on the other ones later. Okay, so lock door here. And I shall. Actually, I should probably put the parasol thing on. Enable auto umbrella. There we go. There we go. So whenever it rains, I now have an umbrella.
Nice.
That'll pop up immediately. There we go. It actually fits Sophie. It's kind of cute. All right. So you ready for me to get on there?
If you are ready.
Yep. I'll wave goodbye to everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed the Hatching Tide event. And I will climb in bed and sleep. There you go. Flop.